Hey everybody, this is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. After watching the Game Awards and seeing how this game won the Game of the Year, I decided to go back to it and actually play. I decided to go back and start playing the game again. And the reason why I wanted to go back to it is because this game has two DLC packs that I haven't touched. The first DLC pack came out a while ago, and I haven't even touched it. But during the Game Awards, they announced that the DLC pack number 2 would become available. So I thought, well, that's a pretty good opportunity for me to go back and actually play DLC pack 1. And what DLC pack 1 has in it is it has a bunch of costumes, and it also has like a hard mode for you to start the game over with, which both of those didn't really appeal to me. It had a couple other things, but those things didn't really appeal to me like at all. The one thing that did appeal to me that I really wanted to try was a mission that was called the Trial of the Sword. And what this is kind of like the Pit of 100 Trials in most Zelda games. Whereas you would be thrown into these rooms, have a bunch of enemies around you, and you have to kill them all to proceed to the next room, and so on. And the purpose of this Trial of the Sword was so you could power up the Master Sword that you have in the game, to become a lot stronger, and so that it wouldn't break. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because the following playthrough that you're about to watch, if you decide to watch it at all, is filled with lots of bad playing and weird commentary. I know this because already it's off to a bad start, because for some reason, for only the first video, for the first recording session, the first 20 minutes were completely silent on my end. For whatever reason, my microphone just didn't pick up any sound at all. Because then after 20 minutes, the audio was completely fine. And I have absolutely no idea why that happened, or how that could have happened, or what. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to fill up time for the next 17 minutes throughout this video in post-commentary. So, now that I've explained all that, we're going to go ahead and begin by just loading my current save file. Luckily, I've already gone ahead and started at the Croc Forest, where this is the place that you start the trial at. According to the rest of the DLC, there was lots of other little side quests to get like all the outfits. I've already done all that stuff, so this is literally the only thing I have left of the DLC. Is just to do the Trial of the Sword. Now, going into this, I had no idea whatsoever what this trial entailed. I had no idea how long it was. I didn't know what you had to do with it. I knew nothing. I was kept completely blind, so going into this, I had no idea what to expect at all. All I knew was that you would go into these little trials, and you would be stripped of all your gear, all your weapons, everything. You'd be going in completely naked, and you'd have to fight through a bunch of rooms, gathering up resources, and making your way through. And of course, here I'm showing you all my dumb weapons that I have. And you can see the Master Sword that you have. The Master Sword has a power of 30, and its main purpose is that when you use it against evil in the game, it powers up and it has an attack power of 60. So I'm guessing that the purpose of this trial of the sword is to get the Master Sword to always be at a power of 60 and always be glowing and stuff. And the reason that they did that is, I guess, just to have more fun with the game. Because normally what would happen is if you use the Master Sword normally, then it would break. But it wouldn't actually break. That's a wrong term for it. Uh, the Master Sword would have to recharge, and you couldn't use it again for another 15 minutes. Anyway, this is the description of the Trial of the Sword. Its main purpose is to restore the splendor of the Master Sword. The word splendor comes up a lot, and I don't think I say it right, but here we go. We're going to go ahead and start by placing the Master Sword back in the pedestal that you originally get it from. I should also mention that when you first get to the forest, the Great Deku Tree does kind of tell you that you can take the Trial of the Sword, so I did miss out on that. I didn't get to record that, but he just says, oh, you can take the Trial of the Sword now. It was nothing really important. But anyway, this is the start of the trial. Link is completely naked. To Blade's chosen hero, in the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer the Trial of the Sword. You presently lack the power necessary to wield the true splendor of the Master Sword. You must fortify your mind, body, and soul by eradicating all obstacles that appear in this realm. In this illusionary realm of sacred mystery, anything can happen. All that you obtain here will be lost upon your return to a reality you know. Chosen hero of the Master Sword, overcome the trial of the sword, and claim the blade's true splendor. Splendor. Whatever. It's a weird word. Anyway, so this is the start of the trial. They start you off with absolutely nothing. The only thing that you have is your Sika Slate, which is that little device on Link's belt. And what that basically allows you to do is basically the powers you get for the entire game. It lets you create 2 types of bombs. It lets you have, for example, there's your demonstration of it. So you can create as many bombs as you want. It has the ability to pick up a magnet ability. And a few other things. What the heck is going on outside? Oh god, another UPS delivery, man. Oh man, this might be more exciting than whatever going on screen. No, I don't know. Anyway, so for the first challenge, I don't think I handled this well. Because what happens is I'm like, oh okay, it gives me a tree branch. I can take out these lower mobs, no problem. But unfortunately, the moblins have a pretty good range of sight, so they can see you from a pretty far distance. And I'm like, okay, well fine, I'll take care of one, I'll get his weapon, and it doesn't go that great, I think. I'll take out another one with a dumb little sharpened stick. And then I try to mess around with this guy. But unfortunately, what you can do with these guys is, if you're smart, all you need to do to kill them is to throw a bomb at them. Because while a bomb's attacking power is really weak, and it's not really meant to be used for attacking enemies, it still does a little bit of damage. And fortunately, that little bit of damage is enough to kill low-level mobs like immediately. So just a little bit of like advice here, that if you're going into this, bombs are the way to go. So I've already taken a half a heart of damage. Not the greatest for something that I thought like, oh, I'm gonna have to do 50 floors of this. But Anyway, one of the main things is about, oh my god, what is going on out there? There's a UPS guy just standing by a car in the driveway. He's not doing anything. And my dog is going crazy about it. Anyway, the main thing about these rooms is that once you take care of most of the enemies there, one of the things that they want you to do is kind of scavenge around. And when you do that, they want you to, you can find all sorts of weapons and food and arrows and stuff that will help you with your the rest of your journey. So you can see this is already going really bad. I have somebody on Skype trying to contact me. I have my dog going crazy downstairs because there's somebody out on the cul-de-sac just standing around. The UPS guy has absolutely no idea what's going on. And honestly, I'm kind of more interested in that. Oh, anyway, this is funny what I'm trying to do. I'm taking the food that I got. I'm trying to cook it on the fire. Because that's a pretty cool mechanic in this game, is that if you have an open fire going on, if you throw food on it, it bakes it in a couple of seconds. Unfortunately, that wasn't really the smartest thing to do, because after 5 or so rooms, they give you a rest room. That makes it sound like a toilet, but no, they give you a safe room where you can actually cook all the food that you've gathered so far. So, after searching around for a bunch of weapons and food, it's time to move on to the next area. So, underground floor number 2, this is where they start to have the enemies in a bit more of a defensive formation. They have all of them up on a little treehouse fort area, and they're all on the lookout. So when they're on the lookout like that, their range of vision increases by a lot. So they can see you from even farther away when they're especially out on the lookout. Probably the best way to go about this is, in fact, climbing up a tree and getting up there, because at this point I don't have a bow and arrow, so the best way to probably take care of them is to float on down and attack them from above, just so that they don't have the advantage. This is a nice thing you can do with heavy weapons in the game, with two-handed weapons. It's a really cool attack that you can use to just spin around constantly in the circle and just do lots of damage. So, it takes up a lot of stamina, but luckily one of the few things that do carry over is your stamina and hearts. And of course, I made a really stupid move by trying to be cool and jumping to that guy, but he snipes me in midair and knocks me back. Luckily, I got my revenge by having that fire slime attack him. So he died by that, which I thought was pretty funny. Nice little bit of revenge, but I shouldn't have got to snipe like that. That was really dumb. While these guys don't have the best accuracy, if you're running straight at them, they're probably going to hit you, so it's not really the best situation. And of course, you're going to see even more bad playing by when I deal with this fire slime. Blowing up barrels to get the items inside is kind of like a good and bad situation, where it's good because you don't use any resources, or you don't use your weapon durability to break open boxes, but at the same time, you blow up the items and they get blown away, so it's harder to find them. Anyway, yeah, so The way to actually deal with this guy is just throw a bomb at him, and he just dies instantly. Me, I don't realize this ahead of time, and he actually hurts me. Which, honestly, I kind of feel like that hitting him with that club should have killed him. But then, as you see, the problem is that I haven't played this game in such a long time that I forgot that when you kill those giant fire chews or any elemental chews, they actually just blow up and take out anything around them. So, because I haven't played this game in such a long time, I completely forgot about that. So, that was completely my bad. Completely my bad. Luckily, I only have to do this for like another 4 minutes, so we're almost there. Anyway, so now I am probably saying to myself I'm dumb because I didn't release the drawbridge to get me up there, but to release that drawbridge you have to shoot down the ropes holding it up, so I didn't want to waste any arrows at this point, so I just flew back up there. Yeah, and then I realized, oh wait a second, you can't knock this thing down, you have to actually shoot it down. See up there by those ropes. But I figured since I only had 10 arrows, I didn't want to waste them. And arrows would be very useful for this area, so I figured, yeah, I'm going to just save it. I don't even need to knock it down. And of course, I'm doing a really dumb thing by putting a bomb to blow these things up, because a bunch of arrows and food come out, so who the hell knows where they went. Did I pick up everything? I don't know. Maybe, hopefully. They all scatter about, but at least I don't use any weapon durability to break them open, so that is good. And luckily items do kind of sign, they do have a shimmer from a distance, so you can kind of tell where they are even in tall grass. But still, I mean, there's a good chance they're going to miss something if if items like scatter about everywhere. And yeah, so like even now running around, I'm still finding things that I missed. But I guess that's pretty much everything here. I know this next room is where we're gonna stop the video, and is where my microphone suddenly starts recording everything I say again. So like I said, I don't know why for the first 20 minutes my mic just stopped recording just didn't record my audio, and then it did. I mean, it's a new one to me. I've never had this happen before. Either it records everything or it records nothing. I've never had where my mic would just not record for the first 20 minutes and just magically start recording again. But this is a very funny room because it puts you in a very open room and there's one slime there, one small slime. So I thought I'd be safe, and I thought, you know what? I'll lure him away from the middle, kill him, and luckily that was a smart thing to do because then 4 of these guys spawn. And of course, even the small ones explode, so you're not safe from them. And here we go. Now I finally figure out that you can kill them instantly by throwing bombs at them. Even the big guys, they go down in one blast. So I should have definitely done that, but you know, that's what happens when you don't play this game for like 5-6 months probably. Oh, that's funny. Because the fire creates an updraft, it blew my bomb up in the air. So that wasn't really effective, but we'll take care of this guy pretty soon. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Luckily, most of these earlier rooms can just be taken care of just by bombs alone. But like I said, bombs really aren't meant for attacking enemies. They're meant for, you can blow enemies away with them, but not for really damaging them. Anyway, that's going to be about it for me. We'll end this video here, and when we pick up, you'll hear my normal commentary soon. So, thanks for watching.